New York Giants are up next. Good luck. How do we fix the Giants?
How do we fix the Giants? Well, what are we doing at quarterback?
When do we get out of the Daniel Jones contract?
I mean, we can get out of it now. It's just not tremendously palatable to do so.
So Giants are drafting at 6.
Yeah.
They're one of 17 different teams rumored to be trading up.
Yes.
I actually forget, when I talk about teams trading up, I've forgotten about the Giants at 6 a few times. I always cite the Falcons at 8, Vikings, Broncos, Raiders at 11, 12, 13.
They are the best positioned team to trade up in terms of
They are.
being closest.
Call New England.
Do you want to trade up to 3 or do you want to go higher?
I think I would take any of those top 3.
Because that's the thing. Like, if you're trading up, it's not like you
I don't think the Bears or Commanders are trading out, right? The Bears they're taking Caleb Williams. They're not trading out. I don't think the Commanders are going to trade out. They have the Washington franchise.
Certainly not with the Giants anyway. So.
Certainly not with the Giants. But the Washington franchise has been the team that, like, they took Dwayne Haskins at 15 because they just have not been up in the top 10. The last time they picked at 2, they took Chase Young, but what did they have? They had just drafted Haskins. And I remember at the time, people were bringing up, well, should you draft a Tua or a Justin Herbert and double up and everything? It's like, no, we just drafted a quarterback. You got to take the generational edge. So they haven't had many of these opportunities where they've needed a quarterback and been in the top 3. So here they are. Washington, I don't think, is moving. I think New England's the most likely to move just because there's so much to do there. And everything we talked about during their segment. Would I trade up to 3 for one of the top 3 for a May or a Jaden Daniels? Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, the same thing that makes me leery about simply staying at 3 and drafting the 3rd quarterback off the board would terrify me about trading up to 3 to take the 3rd quarterback off the board.
Yeah, I'm just more desperate with the Giants.
Do they have any non-draft? Well, okay, so yeah, do they would they take the 4th quarterback off the board at 6? Like, are you drafting J.J. McCarthy at 6 overall?
I don't want to. I do not want to.
Okay, but if it unfolds that way, would you?
Probably not.
Okay.
No.
And then the alternative is, do they have any veteran hope? Is there any veteran option whatsoever that you would be comfortable with? Bearing in mind that Daniel Jones is sitting there on a $40 million contract.
I mean, I guess it's, what are we trying to solve here? I think you're trying to, this year, can the Giants be competitive with Daniel Jones at quarterback? Yes, they can. They did it 2 years ago. They were competitive. Am I banking on that? Probably not. So you're trying to solve both things, right? We're trying to be competitive this year with Daniel Jones as our likely starter, but we're also trying to take shots at the future. I don't mind taking a quarterback at 39, their 2nd round pick. So if I don't know, Bo Nix's draft stock seems like it's all over the place. I thought he'd be getting more top 10 hype. He actually may have gone the other way coming out of the Senior Bowl. But if Bo Nix or Michael Penix are there, just boom, throw a dart, see what happens at 39, take best player at 6,
and they have
build that roster.
2 second-round picks.
39 and 47, yes. Yeah. So they've got 4 picks in the top 70. So one of those is a quarterback, and you can also package those to trade up. So why don't we sit at 6?
Well, then we need
I'll take best player. Oh yeah, I'm taking the best tackle.
Yeah,
I'm taking Alt if he's there. I'm taking Fashanu. I'm taking Fuaga.
Right. So then at that point we're actively praying the quarterbacks fly off the board because we want our pick.
Yeah, I mean if Alt,
we want QB 1, 2, 3, then we want Marvin Harrison Jr. at 4, and then we only need the Chargers to pass on an offensive tackle.
Yeah, I think the Giants at 6 and the Titans at 7 are excited for a Joe Alt fall.
Yeah,
potentially.
Yeah.
That's
so
like that's Penei Sewell falling to 7.
Right. If the Giants could come out of this with getting Joe Alt at number 6, which is, by the way, what happened on the PFF mock draft sim that I ran.
You just did it. Okay.
So no, the first one when we did the.
Oh, I got you.
That's how it panned out. Is the Giants ended up.
And then we just move on from Evan Neal, get him out of there.
I mean, you bench him. If he develops on the bench, fine, but you're not you can't start again after what we saw.
See if he could play guard. He's not a guard type of body or fit or whatever, but see if he could develop there.
Yeah, have him no longer as a on paper starter and see if we can salvage anything from his rookie career.
I would tell John Michael Schmitz to play better.
Okay,
as well, much like I would with Von Miller. Just play better, make me look better.
And then we still need interior offensive linemen.
Oh yeah,
all of them.
I mean, that's the free agency aspect. Like,
Yeah.
you can go get. This is what they didn't do the last couple of years, or they try. I think they just got the wrong players when they tried.
Yeah, I mean,
But
they
like
added
Damian
some bodies.
Lewis, I'm just listing guys like
Yeah.
Ezra Cleveland, Damian Lewis, John Runyon, Jonah Jackson, John Simpson, Graham Glasgow. They're all upgrades.
I mean,
Sign a couple.
right. Yeah. Absolutely. You go shopping in the mid-range of free agency and try and get starting caliber offensive linemen because you didn't have any last year.
Mark Lewinsky's still there. Like, he's reasonable enough. He just, you want him to be your fourth or fifth best offensive lineman, not your best or second best.
I mean, Greg Van Roten played 1,000 snaps last year, was pretty solid.
He had a good season.
Like, there's no reason he couldn't come in and immediately be a capable starter for you.
So we're attacking the O-line in volume, both free agency plus in the draft.
So then, yeah, we draft Joe Alt in the first round. With one of our second-round picks, we're taking a quarterback. Which one are we taking?
Whoever's there.
Whoever's there.
Is JJ really going to go in the top 15?
Sounds like it.
I don't know, man.
Look, Jim Harbaugh said he's the best player in the draft.
Other people have said he's not.
They didn't coach him.
They did not. They were not there every
They
day.
weren't there. He saw every throw he made in person. And apparently that used to matter and then doesn't anymore.
All right, so we still need.
Here we go. I'm going to do another mock then. Okay, we can't have this happen because J.J. McCarthy is sitting there at 39. So
That could happen in real life.
But people will get mad if we do that. You will hear, there's no way
Stop
that
listening
happens.
to the media hype. Stop listening to the media hype.
So
Just tweet it out.
McCarthy's there. Penix Jr. is there. Bo Nix isn't. He went he went a couple of picks ahead of us. All right, so we give him J.J. McCarthy, and we say, you don't know what's going to happen in the draft. We didn't think Will Levis would fall to the
Just
second
took
round.
Joe Alt and J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah, there
The
you go.
chat brings up a good point. What about receiver? What about playmakers? What if Malik Neighbors is there?
So we have drafted Joe Alt and we have drafted J.J. McCarthy, and now we're back on the clock at number 47. And among the receivers available at this spot using the PFF mock draft sim, Jermaine Burton from Alabama, Xavier Worthy from Texas, and Jalen Polk.
Oh, Jalen Polk. Roman Wilson there?
Ricky Pearsall is there. Devontae Walker is there.
Tez.
No.
Wilson's already off the board by then?
Yes. He, in fact, went off the board one pick ahead to Indianapolis. I have already drafted Jalen Polk because I don't care anything you say at this point. That is a haul for the New York Giants.
Look at us
Joe Alt,
fixing the Giants.
J.J. McCarthy, and Jalen Polk with pick number 6, 39, and 47. And we added offensive linemen in free agency. We have nailed it. Fixed.
I like it. Giants are fixed. We still need help on the defensive side of the ball.
Whatever.
New system. Adoree Jackson, Xavier McKinney, both free agents. So can we try to bring Adoree back? I still like him, even though he's coming off a rough season. I think for other teams, I mentioned yesterday, he's the James Bradbury buy low this offseason. Maybe it's better going somewhere else. But I think they need help in the secondary. Drafted Deonte Banks last year in the first round. But yeah, other cornerback spots, we're going to need some help there as well. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of holes for the Giants. This is why they weren't really a playoff team a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Playoff caliber team. I know they made the playoffs, but they weren't a playoff caliber team. If we're just trying to be good for this year at corner, Steven Nelson, potentially available there. Sean Murphy Bunting. Like nobody, the Emmanuel Mosley dart throw, the Ronald Darby dart throw, just to kind of like stitch it together. But it's another place that needs an influx of talent. Kendall Fuller, top 15 on our free agent list.
I kind of wonder they might also be shopping in some of the reclamation project areas like Christian Fulton. What do you make of him as a second contract guy, having
he could be a good buy low.
His rookie contract being pretty rough.
Yeah, I like Christian Fulton as a buy low, but I would attack corner in volume.
Yeah,
if I'm the
I think
Giants.
it's a solid free agent group of corners actually.
Yeah, so I think double up in free agency there. Pass rusher generally, Kayvon. Like again, how much does just having a new defensive system help? Kayvon Thibodeau, why did he have such a drop off in year 2? I don't know where the sack totals ended up, but I think if you just look at sack totals rookie year to year 2, it all looks the same. But PFF grade tells a completely different story with Thibodeau.
Yeah, he had a very weird year. The good bits were still good, and he had a ton of sacks. So a lot of people think he took a step forward. I just did not see the same type of impact that we saw from his rookie season, and I didn't really see a good reason why.
A lot of cleanup sacks and a lot of Sam Howell sacks, right?
A lot of Sam Howell sacks.
I mean, that's another reason why the sack thing is overrated for defensive players. If we say that the quarterback controls their sack rate, then playing against quarterbacks who are bad at controlling their sack rate is better for the defense, right? So Sam Howell's a big. What did he sack him, like 5 times?
Right.
So,
but he was worse against the run as well. Like he just didn't have a good year.
Yeah.
And there were still some flashes of good, but didn't take the consistent step forward that you would have expected.
My challenge with the Giants is I do think they need receivers, tackles, edge rushers, and corners. All of the highest value and a quarterback, right? All of the highest value positions are of need, and you can't do all of it. So there's got to be, something's going to happen. They're going to get a premium player in the draft at tackle, receiver, whatever it might be. Everything else has to be bargain basement type of shopping, right? I wonder if Jonathan Grenard, another guy that we've given to a lot of people, is he a good opposite Kayvon Thibodeau type of pass rusher? Zadarius Smith, those types of guys in free agency might be needed. Do they go high impact Danielle Hunter?
Oof.
Opposite Thibodeau?
That would it's doable, but that's a lot of money.
It is. Where's their cap? Middle of the pack? Yeah, right in the middle.
I mean, I just know after that first 3 draft picks, I'm doing the Dan Campbell celebrations in the draft room. Like, I'm good. I'm happy. I don't care what happens after that. We're happy.
All right. We gave the Giants some options. But honestly, it's a year. They think they have a couple of years to get back on track.
Yeah, and people are complaining. Like Jalen Polk, the Giants receivers are all small. Polk's not a small receiver. I mean, he's not a giant, but he's 6'2", 200 plus. Like he's a
he's a good
size
size
receiver.
All right, we good?
Yeah.